I like to shoot pictures of people like I like to have sex. I try and get it done as quickly as possible so the person that I'm doing it with won't go, hey, maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Maybe I shouldn't do this. And by that time I'm gone. What really attracted me to street fashion was just the lifestyle I like to lead. It wasn't until I had my own kids that I started shooting, actually picked a camera up myself and started shooting. I would spend a lot of time looking at magazines, trying to get a sense of how my photographs look different than the ones in the magazines. Not so much I want them posed or anything else, but just little things like lighting, angle, depth of field. So once I started playing around with that, it was really about, how I like to shoot. It's such an incredible creative freedom. I put a lot of stress on myself to come up with things that are good, but if I have a day where I just don't find anything good, I just don't shoot. I take very few pictures. So I like that. I like that lifestyle of having my own challenges of trying to find something to shoot, but not pushing it. When I find it, I find it. And when I'm, really in the mood, I really push myself hard. When I'm not in the mood, I don't push myself as hard. But it's, great lifestyle for me. So it's not so much I was attracted because of other photographers or anything else. It was more just kind of the lifestyle. I'd love to say that what I do isn't highly intelligent and incredibly deep. But I really am just reacting. It's just kind of in my own fantasy world. I don't like to really get to know people too closely because it's really what I'm getting out of it. I'm not looking to shoot one particular thing because just as you're looking to shoot one thing, you probably miss something else. And I don't care if it's kids playing basketball, if it's a 60-year-old guy, a 15-year-old Stockholm girl with a great trench coat or whatever. For me, it's really just about going out and being in the environment. Shooting what I see. It just so happens that people, that have, I don't even want to say great style, because I don't know if they have great style. I don't know most of these people, but there's something about what they're wearing or the way they have their hair, the way they're sitting, something about it that's kind of inspiring to me, and so I just react on that. I have a couple of advantages in the sense that, I'm not a big, scary guy. I think there's, so they're not really that scared. I think I'm reasonably comfortable. I'm not too uptight, not too serious about any particular thing. I think there's a sincerity in the way that I look. It's not until later, after I've been doing it for a while, that I realize, a lot of times when I stop people, I stop them kind of from the side, so they can't see me coming. And I kind of lean in like this, which makes me smaller, which I think, gives us, there's a lot of very subtle things, subtle clues. I don't do it intentionally, it's just the way I do it. But I realize, that's probably why a lot of people say okay, because they feel comfortable. Yeah, I think so. Like anything, the more you do it, the better you get. I've gotten quicker. I keep wanting to challenge myself and evolving in terms of, how I put them. I don't really tell people how to pose because they can always come up with a better pose than I ever can. Sometimes, I'll be messing with the camera a little bit to try and let them get relaxed in the setting, stand the way that they're going to stand when they feel most relaxed, lean against something, whatever it is. I'm usually just trying to figure out the background and where the light is compared to their face. I don't really feel like I'm recording what people are wearing. I don't tell them what the designer is. Rarely do I say the person's name. So it's not about reporting what they're wearing, it's about trying to shoot the way I see this person and the way I'm feeling at that moment and trying to convey that through the photograph. Penguin is publishing the book. It comes out beginning of September. And it's just images I've taken over the last 3 years. It was a great chance to go back and take pictures and maybe reconstitute them next to other ones. So you create some contrast, you can create some comparisons, you create some dynamics between, like a really elegantly dressed 60-year-old maybe on a page next to a 20-year-old in East Village skateboarding. So you look at these pictures and whether it really is that person or not, you can see how these people really created strong personas just through their grace, the way they look, the way they hold themselves, how much they kind of interact with the camera. So hopefully it'll be more deep than just, oh, look at those pretty shoes. I don't ever think there's a photograph that can really capture the essence of someone because they're just too complex. They're, you know, some people might be over, you know, generally very serious or generally very happy, but that's why, again, I don't really try and judge the person. It's not about the person. This photograph is for my inspiration to share with other people. It's not so much about getting to know them. These are totally my point of view of who that person is at that moment, because there's very few people that I shoot over and over again, and I'll be really curious to see how those photographs look over a 20-year span if I shoot them for a long time. But most of them are just very quick images of people kind of shot in my perception of how they are. The number one thing it helps them do, and it's not fashion as much as style, is it helps you fit into the social group that you want to fit into. Everything else is just, you know, can help you express a little bit about yourself. So in one way, it can do something very, very important because it helps you be in the group that you want to be in. But another way, you know, I mean, fashion is really not that important.